Good evening and welcome to today's NGX Greenticker Daily. So this is a daily summary of happenings on the NGX. The NGX is the Nigerian stock market. Happy to see that the rains have subsided. I was screeching at the top of my voice in the media update, and so things should be much calmer in this video. Now, thank you to everyone who takes out the time to like, share, subscribe, make comments. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for doing so, and let's keep doing so. So just in case you have to run along before the end of this video, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. You don't have to wait to the end to do so. Every time you do so, the more activity around content, the higher the ranking YouTube does and puts it in front of more eyeballs. As always, please note, nothing I say is financial or trading or investment advice. Please do your own research. Now, today, when I initially drew up the slides, I changed this to fell, but a 0.08% decline. Is that really a drop? It's such a tiny thing, a tiny movement, because you can say that the market was flat. It's just 0.08. But for mathematical accuracy, even a 0.01 dip is a dip. So the market dipped slightly today, down 0.08%. The all share index measures the average performance of stocks. Some stocks will do better than the index, and some stocks will do worse than the index. So what do we have? Custodian, I probably need to go check this after I've run through these slides. Custodian was the best performing stock today, up 9.94% to close at 44 naira and 80 kobo. I didn't see that coming. And next to it was Multiverse with a 9.68% gain to close at 13 naira 60 kobo. On the losing end of things, Austin Laz fell 6.27% to close at 2 naira 69 kobo. Austin Laz is a company that makes refrigeration equipment, ice block making equipment, and a few other things in that line. Deep Capital fell 5.56% to close at 1 naira and 70 kobo. In terms of volume, GTCO, parent company of the popular GT Bank, led with 32.8 million shares traded. Closely following GTCO was NSL Tech with 32.4 million shares traded. NSL Tech, by the way, is a firm in the sports lottery sector. Now, in terms of most actively traded stocks by value, and it's no surprise, GTCO led with 3.12 billion naira worth of shares traded. And then the close distance second was MTN Nigeria at 1.69 billion naira worth of shares traded. So, what else happened? You had a couple of block trades in GTCO, UBA, LRLX, and Unilever Nigeria. In fact, of the 32 million shares traded in GTCO today, 30 million were block trades. Now, let's quickly dive into the NGX corporate disclosure side of things. I want to walk through a few things as part of what has happened today. Now, you'd notice a bunch of notices came in today, and they pertain to shares that vested to UAC staff. Now, yesterday, in fact, let me just even go to UAC so you can see. Yesterday, there was a large number of trades in UAC. 67.1 million shares were traded. Now, it turns out that these shares that were traded had to do with the vesting of staff, of shares to staff. So under your long-term incentive plan. So if you worked in UAC for a couple of years, subject to terms and conditions by management, then you get allocated a bunch of shares. And it's something I quite like. It's good. It encourages staff to work and all that. I dare say a couple of people have become maybe anywhere between 1, 10, 20, 40, 50. Some even in cases 100 million naira richer by virtue of these shares and all that. Now let's dive back to custodian investments. I want to see if that stock is trading at a 52-week high. And so we'll go there, CUS. And let's just see. I suspect that's a 52-week high for this stock. close at 44.8. Okay, we're still far off. So there may be some room. There may be still some room for custodian to run, because 52-week high is 47 naira 35 kobo. Stock gained almost 10% to close today at 44 naira and 80 kobo. So there may be some room to run. It is also possible that the stock is range trading, because if you notice, the last 5 or 6 trading sessions is closed flat at 40.75, and then it popped today to 44.8. So I'll be paying close attention to this stock in tomorrow's trading session, and it automatically has a spot in my pre-market video for tomorrow. So far, nothing much happening in the market. The wait for the UGAS numbers, UGAS being UBA, GTCO, Access, and Zenith H1 2025 numbers, continues as well. As always, you have the audio version of this podcast up on the Greenticker podcast. You can find that at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music. And you can also find content on www.greentickertales.com. I'm working on seeing if I can put all the insider dealings together in a single document and post it on the website. I'm compiling them, but I've just not decided where I'm going to share it at. One has to be a bit circumspect these days right now, so I will decide where to keep it and all that. So that's pretty much about it. Thank you for joining. See you in tomorrow's pre-market video that goes up by 9:30 a.m. West African time. Have yourselves a lovely rest of the day ahead.